Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Here we are in my cozy Christmas nook doing the thing. As I told you guys about last week, we are going live. We are making things happen and we are learning as we go. Learning as we go, it's the whole thing. You see yourself on camera, you're live. What we've learned about video is everyone else knows what you look like. It's only surprising to you sometimes. So we know what you look like. We know what you sound like. Same goes for me to you, for you to me. Let's keep that in mind. I am Christmas ready. I am North Pole happening today. And I hope you're enjoying these. I'm enjoying making them in this energy so that they live here forever and we can look back. So let's get started today. And it is December 2nd. Happy December. And what we have here, what I'm calling today is the final chapter of 2024. So in a good way, right? Not in a doomsday, not in a, oh, you should have gotten more things done, anything like that. But truly in a, it is what it is. It's Monday. It's the first Monday in December. If we look at the calendar, we are 4 weeks from today is the 30th, right? 3 weeks from today is Christmas week. We're in it. We are in the final swim, the final stretch, for better or for worse, right? And where I really want to go with today's session is your mindset, your focus, where you are, what you're working on, how you're feeling. And if you're feeling a sense of joy and pride and satisfaction for all you've done this year, are you feeling a sense of readiness and preparedness for 2025? Are you putting in the work now? Have you already put in the work? We started talking about it all the way back in October to make 2025 your most successful year for all the things that are important to you, right? This is always about your goals, your perspective, what you're focused on. People who are coaching with me have goals that range so wide, right? So wide, from as few as 1 closings a month to as many as, 4+, which in San Diego is a lot of transactions. In other parts of the country, y'all, top agents are doing way more, right? That's a TED Talk for another day. But so here we are today. And my goal for you today is that you are dialed in, you are refreshed from the Thanksgiving weekend, you are making your conversations, you've talked to a lot of people, you're getting that energy in. You're becoming the preferred conversation piece for real estate for people. You're giving your advice, you're sharing your perspective, you're teaching people how to treat you, meaning you are opening up the conversation readily for people so they understand. If you have questions, come to me. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to understand. It's actually my job. And I love having the conversation, because what we've learned is sometimes people think, oh, I don't want to bother you. People take their own energy about something and put it on you, right? It's just normal. It's how we operate. So if someone is off for a holiday weekend and having a dinner and celebrating or at a party, and they don't want to talk about work, right? And then there you are, and you're like, please talk to me about work. I really want to talk about work on the real estate market. You have to teach people how to treat you. Okay. We have to teach people how to treat us. So you can open the door to the conversation. If someone brings something up, you can say, oh my gosh, yes, with all the things going on in the market and the media these days, I would really love to be your preferred, question place. Please come to me always with them, text, email, whatever it is. The reality is there's so much misinformation out there and so much information in general out there. And the reality is, unless we know what your goals are and we're driving the information to your goals and putting them together, it's irrelevant or false or unnecessary, right? So we want to make sure we're connecting right information with people's goals and getting them where they want to be. So there's 2 things we're doing now still, and that is, hey, hi, how are you? Happy holidays. How is your 2024? What's going on in your world? Great. Connecting in general, right? Be a connector. Be someone who talks to people all the time. It will open more doors for you. The other thing we're doing is asking people, what are your real estate plans in 2025, right? It's that simple. What are your real estate plans in 2025? Everyone has them. They're either stay, buy, sell, invest, or rent. Everyone is doing one of 5 things, right? So you can have fun with it. You can make it a poll. You can make it an email. You can ask everyone you're speaking to in real life as you're getting together for kids' functions coming up throughout December, different holiday parties, things like that. What is it and how can you answer more? Because the question I asked you last week was, how many people are in your database? If you don't know, that's the first thing, right? Go figure it out and look it up and figure out what the number is. And then if you have a giant number, if you have thousands in your database, then I want you to tell me the number of people who you would actually invite to a party, right? It could be a big party, or who, if you saw them on the street, you would know them and they would know you, right? What's that number? What's that inner circle number? And then you want to make sure, can you answer the question for all of them? What are your real estate plans in 2025? Because if you can't, and you are a real estate professional and there are contacts you consider to be part of your world, I would ask you to consider, are you serving them at the highest level? Right? We always put, we don't always, we tend to put weird energy around that. And the reality is, if they're a person in your world, in your database, right, and you are claiming to be their local professional of choice in the area of real estate, and you don't know what their real estate plans are in 2025, are you able to help them accomplish that goal in 2025? Question mark. If someone is looking to do something different and looking to buy or looking to sell or whatever the case might be, might they need to start working on that now? Might they need a timeline to plan forward and get things going? If their home photographs absolutely beautifully over the holidays and they're listing in the winter, might you want to be doing that now, right? For anywhere in the world. For San Diego, that's a little less relevant, but for anywhere else in the country, those are the kinds of things I want you to be thinking about when you're looking at, why am I asking this question? If you can better understand the why you're asking it, you'll be better prepared to be open to the answer, right? And if you're not comfortable asking people who are in your database, who know you, like you, trust you, who are either friends, family, sphere of influence, or past clients, right? Or people you've met out in real estate activities, open houses, networking events, things like that. If you're not comfortable asking those people, what are their real estate plans in 2025? Please shoot me an email. My email is always in the comments below, and talk to me about it, because you need some serious coaching around what is going on internally and how can we refocus your world into real estate specifically. Okay, so final chapter of 2024, right? I love to go down that rabbit hole because it's an important one. The 2 things we're doing with people: being in touch and communication, happy holidays, and what are your real estate plans in 2025? You're going to hear that forever. Get used to it, start doing it, and learn the answers as we go. The other part of it is, this is the final chapter of 2024, right? Whether you're ready or not, here I come, right? That's where we are. So when we look at, there's a beautiful, it's literally like looks beautiful, an image I always share at the beginning of the year, 12 new chapters for your book, like ready to go, right? Unwritten pages. There's all these beautiful imagery moments we can have around the openness of possibility, right? When we start a new week, when we start a new month, when we start a new year, all those things, a new quarter, even Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. When we have that newness and that open blank page in front of us, we tend to be more focused on the possible, right? We tend at that moment as humans to look less toward all the things that I haven't been doing and more towards, oh, I'll start on Monday, right? Oh, Happy New Year. I'll start this new habit. Oh, I'll wait until the start of the month. It's not right or wrong. It just is. And maybe for you, you're like, I don't operate that way. Awesome. For most people, they very much operate in a, I'll start on Monday kind of mentality. So when you have a Monday, that's the first work day of a new month. That's the last month of 2024. That's rounding us out. We have new month, new week, right? And now we have the last month who's preparing us for the first month of 2025. And if this conversation is like, you're not one of those first last people, go ahead and pick up tomorrow and we'll see where we are. But for today, this matters because it is the Monday. And I want you to look back on what were your expectations for 2024 when the year began, right? Think back. I need like time machine soundtrack music there, but we're live, so we're not going to do that. And think about when you were this time last year. What were you thinking? How are you feeling? What were you thinking about your business? What were you thinking about 2024? What were you planning on, right? And then I want you to look at what you've actually done. Have you done more? Have you done less? Have you done exactly what you thought you would do? If you're really going to go deep and get all your journaling and reflecting done so you can get the goal is to get your brain all the way in the right place for you and your goals, right? And for some of us, the best way we learn that is by looking back on our own experiences, right? It's like I can tell you a million of my experiences, and some people will learn through those or can read a book or listen to a podcast and get inspired by those. Some of us have to learn from our own personal experiences. Again, there's no right or wrong, just which is it for you. So if you're a your own experiences person, and really I would ask everyone to do this, because what you're going to get is that moment of where was I last year? Where was my brain at? What was my mindset? All that stuff, right? Pardon the grammar. Sometimes, depending on how much you share on social media or do you journal, if you journal, go back to your journal. It's part of the reason why they're so powerful, and read the pages from the beginning of December 2023, right? If you don't yet journal, please start. And if you don't yet journal and you do use social media, go back into your Facebook memories, go back into your Instagram archive and look at what were you posting? What were you sharing? You'll start to see throughout this week, and maybe you didn't do a lot today, but you did yesterday or tomorrow. What was your energy, right? If you wrote your business plan for last year, go pull it out. Hopefully you've been using it all year. I'll just let you know, for most people, they haven't. For most people, they write it. It's exciting. It's kind of like a New Year's resolution, right? And then you end up putting it in a file somewhere and never looking at it again. We're going to do things differently in 2025. We're going to use it as a tool that we operate our business on. But let's go back to reflecting. I need you to look at yourself, reflect this week right now, where we are. How were you feeling in 2023? What were your expectations of what 2024 would bring? And then what did you achieve, or what did you experience, or what did you accomplish, or how did you live, right? How did you live? Did you do the goals? Did you take the vacations? Did you do all the work you wanted to do, whether on yourself spiritually, physically, business life, important relationships, wealth building, all of the 7 circles, right? When you look at them, how did you do? And again, this is not what I need you to come in this with is not judgment on yourself. This is more of that habit stacking that I'm always talking about. The best way to learn what we've done and what we're doing is to reflect on where we've been, because that's our self versus us. It's always you versus you. It's me versus me, right? So when you learn where you were, what was your mindset? What were your hopes and dreams? What were you looking to do? And then what did you do? And then you're either going to have a gap or a gain. Most of us are not going to be exactly on point. We nailed every single goal we set out for ourselves in 2024. It's just not humanly possible for most people. If you did, I would say think bigger for this year, right? You want to do something a little extra for yourself to push, because most people fall just short of things they're shooting for. So if you set your goal kind of average and you fall short, it's not really that exciting, right? So you want to, in one area of your life at least, go a little bigger, right? Go a little more bold for you. What would make it like absolutely amazing outside of just like awesome, right? So when you look back at that and you have either a gap or a gain, the next part of the puzzle is, what did the work you put into it equate to in your mind? Now you're a teacher, say you're a college professor, and you're grading your 1-year thesis project, and it's you. And did the work you put in to the project of you equate to the results you have? Right? What you're looking to determine here is, if I want more, should I have worked harder and accomplished the things? Did I work really hard and not accomplish the things, which means we need to fine tune the work we're doing? Or did you get results indicative of the work you did? And that's okay, right? That means your results were equal, which means if you want more, do more work. If you want less, do less work, right? And then ultimately, what's your focus on all of it? That is going to be the best way to start chapter 12 of 2024 and this new week and new month that we're in here together. Reflection on where you were last year, reflection on the goals you set for yourself, the hopes and dreams you laid out for yourself, and then what are the actual accomplishments you made. It's a great day to have a great day. Thanks for sparking here with us today on Daily Spark, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.